What's going on, y'all? Listen, we are big back. This is your boy.
Big back.
L.
Z, we in the house, y'all.
We in the motherfucking house, man. Well, we in our houses. Actually.
Literally.
Yeah, if you are watching the video, um, we kicking it.
Switching it up.
I'm in my spot, he in his spot. We're gonna get the job done, man. We always know that things come up, busy schedules, busy days, and you gotta be flexible. You feel me? It's a new day.
We're just doing our 111th. That's it.
Yeah, man. Oh, word to McDermott.
Doing our 111th.
McDermott. Couple hand claps for my man. Couple hand claps for him. But anyways, though, Z, how you been, man? How's things going in the McCormick household? Everything solid?
Man, we good, man. Alive and well over here, man. It's been a crazy week, but we are surviving. We getting through. Happy it's Wednesday.
Man, listen. Big hump day.
This week
Friday right around the corner, right?
Even though it's only the Hall of Fame game, I'm less than 24 hours away from some NFL football on TV.
That's a fact, man. We get a chance to see some real tackling. You know what I mean? Like
on some trash teams.
Right, some two trash teams. Well, you know how I feel about the Raiders this year, so I ain't gonna call them trash, but we're gonna be seeing some second and third stringers.
Fourth and fifth stringers too.
Yeah, even them.
It's live football, baby, and I'm ready to go.
But it's football, right? And you know what? After watching practice in person and watching camp highlights of people not being able to touch,
it's gonna be nice to see some real.
Nice to see a little hit or two. You know what I mean? A little forced fumble, maybe a sack.
Yeah, somebody getting smacked.
You know what I mean? An end zone, toe drag swag type shit. Like it'd be good to see a couple highlights. So it'd be good to see. I'm pretty sure, as we mentioned last week, it'll get boring after the first quarter.
Absolutely.
But it'll still be good to have its background. And kind of like we said, just to see that physical football feel back on our TV screen. So that'd be dope. So a lot is going on low key since then around the NFL, which we'll get into throughout the episode. We all have seen what's going on in Miami and Cleveland.
It's a lot going on this week.
We even had our own little thing where we made a little, Buffalo Bills got a little viral moment. Mr. Josh Allen kind of fake tussling, a little love tap, right?
I got overblown.
It really did, but
it happened every year at every training camp across the league.
And you know what that is, though? That's just peak training camp. We need to find something to talk about, for the outlets, for the social media pages. They needed something, and why not look at the MVP front runner and make a big deal out of him pushing his defensive tackle? Now, I get it.
It is crazy though, because you usually don't see that from a quarterback. So no. I from that standpoint, I do get it. But I mean, you see training camp scuffles and fights all the time. I think it'd be different. Helmets came off, them boys actually throwing blows.
I mean, yeah. Then we would have had that. We would have had to be like, yo, Josh, you know how much you worth, right? We can't have you throwing hands. We need your hands.
With nobody.
All 5 fingers. Matter of fact, we need 10. Right. So no fit. All times. Not on your teammates. I mean, right. I can see you going to war against another ball club, And
I don't want you fighting the D tackle of all positions.
I mean, right. I mean, Jordan Phillips is only about what, 340, 330. So
yeah, on a light day, probably.
So that got blown up over the weekend. It's just been a lot going on. So I'll start with you because obviously I was able to get down to St. John Fisher, so I'll tell you how that was. But I'll start with you. I mean, anything that stood out to you in the last week since we talked about training camp?
Man, I'll start with just dodging these bullets injury-wise. Listen, I came out of an appointment on Friday morning.
You scared?
First thing I see is a text from somebody talking about Micah Hyde got taken off on the cart. I'm like, motherfucker.
Right.
So right off rip, I was nervous. I went straight to Twitter, like, yo, what's going on? After a couple of minutes, I realized he didn't actually get taken off on the cart. He was sitting in the passenger seat and he walked there on his own.
Right.
For that first couple minutes, man, I'm like, yo,
A little
he
nervous.
really, it's more than a little nervous. And then, a couple days later, Jordan Poyer with the arm issue, not dislocated, the hyperextended elbow. But again,
Right.
for a couple hours, that one looked a little worse than the Micah Hyde one. There ain't no telling what was going on with him, but for him to miss a couple weeks, that's dodging a bullet.
Right.
So they, because again, I mean, I really think the linchpin of this defense is on that back end with them two safeties. So having them go down, I was definitely nervous about what we can do from a defensive standpoint without them. But at the same time, I know it gives these young bucks a chance to step up and get these reps too. So.
For sure. I mean, I think for the most part, kind of what you said, the injury thing is a real thing. I mean, we just saw Denver lose 2 guys.
Same,
Basically
for
their
back-to-back plays.
Yeah, Tim Patrick, who was supposed to be the big weapon for Russ, with that group of guys that they got. So it's always that little bit of danger, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I was there. I seen it happen, and I
seen the whole thing.
I seen the whole thing, but now we was right there, VIP, friends and family section.
Exclusive.
Shout out to yeah, shout out to the family.
Yo, my man got the VIP tickets
together. Yeah. They was able to look out. Me, my father, Rayvel, and my father-in-law Dennis was able to.
Oh, you end up dragging Denny out there?
I dragged him out. You know what I mean? He was BSing for a minute, but then he was like, man, if I can get VIP, I'll do it, because then he'll have more room to, stretch legs out and all that good stuff. But when it happened, it just looked like he just made like a regular interception and just fell awkward.
Yeah.
Because he ended up picking off the ball. I think he held on to it, and he just kind of limped off. And I'm just like, okay, nothing crazy. But then I seen him get on the basically like the golf cart joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Shorty was riding around with him in that. And then, she took him off the field, but it wasn't like, here come the stretcher. Now, if they would have been like, he went off on a stretcher type shit, then
right.
But it was one of those little golf cart joints. They were trying to save him a couple steps.
Yeah.
And they took him off the main field. And like I said, I didn't think too much about it. But like I said, I get it. When you're not there, it's tough reading stuff and being like, wait, hold on. What's all this? Exactly. And then next thing you know, 3 or 4 days later, you see him. He got his helmet on. He got his pads on.
Yeah, I think he missed one practice and then was right back.
Yeah, he missed like 2. I think it was like Saturday he missed, and maybe Monday.
Oh yeah, Monday he was dressed, but only did.
Right, he was dressed. And then I think earlier.
Yeah, he was right back at it on Tuesday.
He was able to do most of the individual drills and things like that. So I think Hyde will be good. I think that just means that we'll probably not see our starting safeties.
No, not at all. But I don't need to see him. I don't need to see him at all.
You kind of X that out, especially now with Poyer. They saying it's a wrap. And with us just getting into August, I mean, who wants to deal with, okay, we play the first game of this regular season. So put your elbow in ice.
Yeah.
We're going to catch you on September 7th.
Even if you're good to practice. 8th. I'm good.
September 8th, yeah. So yeah, we probably won't see Poyer and Hyde in preseason, which I'm fine with. Fine. And we talked about it before. Let Jaquan, let DeMar Hamlin, let Josh Thomas.
I want to see what we got back there.
Right.
I really do.
Let what's the other dude? Nick McLeod.
Yeah, he's been getting some reps back there.
Nick McLeod, he been balling.
Yeah.
And we gonna get into some of our, surprises. But Nick McLeod been balling. I've heard good things from Benford as well. But Nick McLeod and Cam Lewis, they might be fighting for that last corner spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be a battle. For these fringe players, it's gonna come down to what they do in these games. Like the back end of the roster, like linebacker, cornerback, like it's gonna be a fierce fight.
I'm hearing good things about my guy too, my linebacker.
Your boy, yeah.
I mean, and coverage, like I said, my man in space.
Yeah, my man in single coverage on Knox making plays.
I mean, I'm like, ooh, that's what we talking about. But so anything else for you outside of the injuries? Because then I'll get more into what I saw. But catch you.
Just a little dirty out here balling.
Yeah, little dirty becoming big dirty.
McKenzie is really taking a stranglehold right now on this slot receiver position, and Crowder being out that week or so he missed, he got some catching up to do.
He
gonna have to show his ass. Not saying he can't, but he got some ground to make up now.
Right, because we know he's a veteran, and I think that helps Crowder.
Absolutely.
He's been in 4 or 5 systems in his last.
We've seen him do it though, and that's the thing. We've seen him do it on a consistent basis as a slot receiver day in and day out.
But the potential for McKenzie with the chemistry that he already has with Josh, with the speed, like he's faster than Crowder. It is what it is.
Yep.
He's a speedier receiver.
Yeah, he's got a different dynamic than Crowder.
Right, it's a little bit different. So hey, if you ask me if that's our 3 and our 4, I don't care which one you want to label them as. I'm fine with it. But I will say preseason for Crowder is probably looking bigger than what I initially thought.
Oh, yeah.
Because originally I'm like, oh, nah, he a lock. He a third. Yep. He can put his baseball cap on after 2 drives. Now, with the emergence of McKenzie and Khalil Shakir, now you got to think, okay, can Khalil push Crowder?
Right.
And if Khalil push Crowder, where does that leave Crowder? I mean, does that make him your number 5? Would that make sense?
Right. Now you number 5. Do you play special teams?
Right, because Kumro, Stevenson, and Austin, at least with those 3 guys, they can give you a special teams element. So that's what makes me think if he can't lock in a 3 or 4 spot, that we may be talking about in a couple weeks, bubble talk. You know what I mean? Is it Crowder, Austin, Stevenson, and Kumro fighting for 2 spots?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's hard to determine. Like, they gonna keep 7?
And that's where I'm at. Like, I think I saw a comment the other day where somebody was like, oh, I think we only keep it 6. And I'm just like, I'm really leaning towards 7 only because the way that they like to spread out and use their weapons, I would think, and this is just me, that they're thinking, hey, the more the merrier, right? We got this guy for this. We got the gadget guy. We got the return guy. We got our special teams gunner here, blocker here. And we got our 4 set wide receivers. And if we need a backup for McKenzie, we got Austin. Or if we need a backup for McKenzie, we got Shakir. If we need a backup for Diggs, we got such and such. So, which we really don't got a real backup for Diggs, but it is what it is. I think I like the fact that Khalil can be moved around. I think they said starting him in
there's versatility around there.
The versatility with him, we'll see more in preseason what that looks like, because I'm telling you right now, if he make a couple plays in preseason, we're gonna really be looking at Crowder like, we know what you bring to the table.
And that's the thing. If any of those fringe receivers below where Crowder is right now, really, like if Stevenson has a good return or 2 in him, or if Tavon Austin has a couple good plays,
Tavon get loose, because I know Tavon gonna be on niggas' head.
Crowder gonna be.
Keep it a buck.
Crowder gonna be on.
They said
he
was tussling with Neil the other day too with Saran. Yeah. Saran ain't no fucking scrawny nigga. So
Saran looked like a damn boxer.
Yeah, he looked like a boxer. So
like for real, I'm like, damn, dog, chill.
Like for real. Like no body fat. Like
like
straight chisel. Like
relax,
and they
bro.
like Tavon throwing punches at him, and I'm like, that's because Tavon a dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
like I'm fighting for my life right
now. For his life. He like this is it,
bro.
I need all this. I need every rep, every blade of grass. And that's why I'm really rooting for Tavon, because it's like, yes, it's hard to see a spot for him in the regular rotation, but just to be like, my man made it to the 53-man roster of a Super Bowl team, that would be love for me.
Right.
Just as an NFL fan, because we all do realize that these veterans after year 5, year 6, their days become numbered. You know what I mean? You got youth from college coming in running a 4.2,
right,
with hands like Randy Moss. I mean, we just saw Jamar Chase go for 17, 18 with his eyes closed. Right. And Tavon, too. Right, and Tavon up there in his 30s, like, God damn,
I gotta compete with this.
He looking at the dude next to him. It's Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis, 6'3", 227.
Right. And can ball.
You know what I mean? He looking at Khalil Shakir, 5th round pick. fourth round pick, whatever.
But but Tavon got the ability to push these boys.
He do.
They got to stay on their toes, and that's what's good.
Right. And so that's why preseason will be interesting for that. I'm hoping
QB play is where it needs to be, so the receivers actually get a chance to get out there. I'm not worried about it this year because I feel good about our backups. Like other years, we like Jeff Toole trying to get this receiver battle going, but with our backups, I think they'll give them a chance to really see what they can do.
I need Keenum and Barkley to be on point because they'll probably see 98% of the snaps.
I hope 99.
Yeah, basically 99. Because I thought about the other day. I'm like, damn, we don't even got a number 4 quarterback. Because how sometimes in the preseason you might even get the 4th stringer.
Nope, nothing on all. It is rolling to 3. Not even a camp iron.
Right, we don't even got another camp. It's literally just Keenum and Barkley. So,
I hope Josh get in for one series and hand the ball off 3 times.
Oh yeah, and that's gonna come. That'll probably be the middle game. But I look forward to next weekend. I said I won't be available. I'll be enjoying my vacation, but hopefully, all of the feedback from that game will be because I'm gonna record it.
Yeah, we're gonna run it back.
Is that they doing what they gotta do? I just want to see the offense move the ball. I want to see the defense, the secondary doing their thing. I want to see the young guys. I know we're talking about next week, but I want to see the young D linemen make an impact because they ain't gonna do much with Von. Von gonna be chilling with his cap on.
Von don't need to see the field. I don't even need Brousseau on the field.
Yeah,
not for preseason.
I get it, but at the same time, with him being a second-year guy, you still get your butt out there and start and at least play me 3 series. I'm not letting him off the hook like that only because, it's a very important part.
Let Mike Love get some run.
You wild. Not Mike Love
get the vibe.
Not Mike Love. That's for the 4th quarter.
No, let my man get some tape out there. Somebody need Mike Love.
Nigga. That nigga Mike Love been hanging on for his dear life for
bro. I don't know. He been on this roster like 6 years. It felt like now.
Low key, I said 3, but it's probably like 6.
Yeah, Mike Love been around.
Yeah,
getting that practice squad checks.
No,
he making a living though. Yeah, right.
Bruh, I tell people all the time, man. You make it to that professional side of sports, whether it's basketball, football, whatever, and you still getting paid, no matter if it's minor league, practice squad, or whatever.
Exactly,
that's a blessing because you still waking up, getting a chance to do what a lot of us would dream to do. You know what I mean? And they getting more than what we getting.
Right. You may not be making millions, but you
right. You may not be making millions, but I bet you walking home with like 500,000.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm not saying per game, but just like over a year, he probably still getting $500,000 maybe.
Bro, even if he stayed, listen, if he was in the league for 3 years and only made 500,000 altogether, bro, you still just made 500,000.
Right. And he got experiences that's gonna last him a lifetime. Oh yeah, I played with Josh. Oh yeah, I played with Von. Yeah, I played with
Josh. I know Josh.
Yeah. Oh, you said Shady?
You talking about Shady?
Come on, man.
Yeah,
that's my nigga. You know what I mean? He's funny as hell. And like that's some shit you get to tell your kids, your grandkids.
And that's the people I need in the game. I don't need to see none of my starters. Granted, somebody got to play, but I don't need to see Greg out there.
You're going to see AJ.
Yeah, they going to play.
What young D tackles we got?
Elianku, and there's another young boy.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of burn, though, because I can't even think of – because I don't think Daquan going to play. I don't think Phillips going to play.
Somebody got to play. No, they're going to have to play. Phillips going to have to play.
You think so, the first game?
Somebody got to play.
Who behind him? He got.
Pull up their roster right now. Actually,
who is it? Oh, Tim Settle gonna play.
I don't think he gonna play less than Jordan Phillips will play.
You think so?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Oh no, your man Leslie Frazier said that he think that Phillips should get double-digit sacks this year.
Yeah, of course, I mean that's a coach. You would have wanted him to say that.
I mean, yeah, but that mean that they gonna play him a lot. They might play him more.
That's gonna be third down. All right, I just pulled up the roster now. So current roster: D tackle, Ed Oliver, Tim Settle, Daquan Jones, Jordan Phillips, Brandon Bryant, Elianku, Prince Emili, and C.J. Brewer. So you can see a lot of C.J. Brewer.
A lot of C.J. Brewer in that second half. Who we played the first game? He existed.
We're gonna see some Prince Emili.
Right. Who we played that first game?
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it Denver?
Indy?
Or is it?
I have no
I
idea.
should know this right now, but hold on. Now we gotta both look.
Yeah, I'm checking that. I got to pull up right now.
How the hell don't we know this shit?
It is Indy.
Is Indy?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish Jonathan Taylor would play so we can bust that nigga in.
Need some redemption. I need to see his ass in the season.
That boy violated.
Yeah, that was
Before I
disrespectful.
forget though, happy birthday to the man. Happy birthday. Shout out to Marv Levy.
Yeah, shout out to
Would you rather be? You
the
know,
OG, the super OG.
OG 97. You know what I mean? I was
That's a
talking
blessing.
I was just talking to a client the other day. She was like, her mom turned 90 and she just living her best life. And I'm just like, I love the old people that's still out there kicking and still making the most out of their life because I literally just can't imagine living 60 more years. Like,
I feel like my 33 has been forever.
Yeah, 33 has already got me, trying to make sure I'm staying in shape.
Triple my life, and I'm at Marv Leaky's life.
Right, but it's like, but it's motivational. When I see older people or talk to older people who are like still getting around, like I got a client I see regularly, that's 80 plus, and she's still moving about just fine. And it's motivation to be like, you know what? Your world don't gotta end at 60. It don't gotta end at 50. It don't gotta end at 70. Because I think sometimes we're naturally looking at certain ages and we're taught to kind of think, oh, okay, that's it, nursery home me, or we're
take me out to the pasture.
Right. They trying to tell me this meeting going to end in like 10 minutes, but I don't think so.
Man, they own shit.
Right. Anyway, fuck them. We gonna keep going. But yeah, so shout out to Marv Levy. We got a lot of lot of history with him running.
Yeah, man. He was, fundamental in that run of dominance. Granted, that dominance didn't lead to a Super Bowl win, but it was still dominance in that era. And he was the brains behind it.
Right.
He was the one that put those players in position. Granted, they had a ton of talent, but you still need to coach in place to be able to facilitate all of that. And he did it. He did it, man. He was an amazing coach, Hall of Famer.
He was the motherfucking man.
So where else would you rather be than right here, right now, baby?
I also wanted to give a shout out to UB boys, man.
Yeah, man. Did you get a chance to watch the tournament at all?
Yes. So I was watching it. I was watching it last night, and I kind of been watching them on and off for the last couple weeks. And it's like once I saw how they were honoring like the
yeah, man, it's love
of the massacre that we obviously had to deal with here in Buffalo. I just felt like it was such a number one, it was such a bold thing to do because number one, right, you're actually putting people's real names on your back, and that carries weight. Like these
you can't get shot, you can't put that on your back.
And be out here getting smacked.
Yeah.
I love the confidence of them, like doing that and balling out, like balling hard, like bringing that aggressive nature to that tournament. Kind of like they did for the city of Buffalo. Like I remember when they were balling 3-4 years ago, everybody was pulling for UB at that time because they were some dogs.
And you know what's crazy? Like watching this tournament, you really see how much talent was on those teams over that couple years span. Like, yo,
guys,
they really had some ballers. Like, yo, you
even some of them dudes can't even really get no run. Like I was watching the one dude, what's the light skinned dude name? Left hand dude who can shoot. He like 6'8".
Yeah, with the hair.
Yeah, he didn't
even get run to like his senior year.
True, but I'm just saying, even in the tournament this past.
No, he barely played this tournament, but at UB he was slaying.
I'm like, he a hooper, like. Yeah. But you got
J. Cole looking dude.
J. Cole, right? But you got.
They got a couple lefties.
You got lockdown dudes on that team who can lock up. Obviously, CJ is a scorer. That nigga can rip off 15 in his sleep.
Bro, you can't tell me Wes Clark can't be in the league.
Oh, Wes.
Come on, man. You can't tell me Wes can't get a 10-day somewhere.
Listen, Wes a dog. What's the other
Perkins
dude? Perkins definitely.
I'm like, yo, bro, Perkins is Zion.
Right. It's 6'6" dudes. It's 6'6" dudes in the league right now.
I can't play like that.
That can't play like that, and he about 6'9". So it's like You mean to tell me a team can't use his body down low and can kick it out and knock it down?
Bro, he be bullying boys down there.
He giving me you know who you remind me of, but he probably not alive no more. Rodney Rogers a little bit.
Oh, he was back.
It's a throwback. That's a
I was
throwback.
expecting
Left
something
hand.
in the last 10 years, but no, man.
Yeah, I'm going back. Nigga, left hand.
Ain't going
Rodney
NBA
Rogers.
Jam days. He definitely wasn't
Listen,
NBA
I'm
Jam.
going back. But nah, y'all. So
It was definitely good seeing UB being represented in this.
right. Coach B out there, our man Brian, who we used to play ball with at Fredonia. Good to see him on the sidelines.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's always I love seeing people I know succeed, regardless of what they're doing. So
right, Nate Oates. Nate Oates was out there.
Looking like a proud father. My
right.
boy is over there, man.
So I do
gotta look out for them. He got him that gig in Alabama.
Right. So I do want to keep it a buck for our YouTube viewers. We're gonna have a technical not even a technical difficulty. We're gonna have the video shut off in about 5 minutes. But if you're listening via audio, we are gonna try to keep things rolling. If not,
maybe not. We're gonna find out in a couple minutes.
we gonna see.
We gonna find out. This is what we call this is the off season. This is what training camp is about.
But this is what it's about. It's training camp for us too. And to be honest with you, we both had long days, so we might even end it in 5. But yeah, we just wanted to get y'all the heads up because we have to work through.
If we get a abrupt cutoff, just know.
Just know we gave y'all the warning. But before we do have to slide off, you know what I mean? We'll call this a 30-minute episode today. What are something that you're looking forward to in week 2 of training camp? Like, I know officially we've reached about 7 to 8 days now, but what's something that you're looking forward to before we get to a preseason game? Because I know next week we'll be able to really talk more about going into that first one, but what are you looking for from now until then, as far as practice wise?
I want to see how these young DBs continue to do, because again, now you got safeties not really practicing. You still got Trey White out, so I just want to see how these young cornerbacks continue to battle it out. I mean, you're going against Steph Diggs and Gabriel Davis every day. I just want to see if they continue to hold their own.
A shifty guy like Isaiah McKenzie, which is great practice for them.
Yeah, heard him and Taryn been having some good battles too. So I just want to continue to see that receiver room versus those corners and those DBs, because I mean, again, it's some tough battles on both sides. So I just want to see them keep going at it.
Right. I'm with you.
That's where my focus is at.
I'm with you. And I also want to see them work through the line, because that's one thing that we didn't talk about earlier was the injuries on our offensive line.
Yeah, they shifting left and right.
Right. So I'm hoping, obviously, the Bills don't seem to be panicking because you haven't heard them sign any offensive linemen. But I'm hoping that we can get some of these backup guys to kind of just at least show their worth, but, kind of like our D-line is deep. I want the O-line going into this next week of training camp and even going into the first preseason game to show that you belong on this 53. Because let me tell you something. If you're going to get out there next week in preseason and just let guys fly by you just because you second string, your ass can get cut, because guess what? This is a Super Bowl team. We ain't got no time for no slouches.
Sure don't.
So second string or not,
might as well cut Bobby Hart ass right now.
Right. Bobby Hart, if what's the dude? Queensburg, whatever his name is.
Queensbridge? No, I'm just
kidding. Yeah, Queensbridge, right. But whoever, like, I need to see those guys, and that's something I'm gonna be paying attention to, is how the offensive line is holding up with the injuries, because we know when Sappho, Dawkins, and I know Dawkins just came back, Morse has been there, but when Spencer Brown and Bates get back, we know they're gonna be good. But these other guys, this is a good opportunity for those veterans that they picked up to show their worth, because guess what? If Dawkins has to go down for a game, if Morse got to go down for a game, if
somebody got to step up.
We need y'all to step up, because
miss a beat.
Right. We can't have that. So my computer is telling me that we got less than a minute. So I'm gonna keep it I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
I'm down the zone, bro.
Listen, We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We enjoy trying new things out with y'all. You know, we'll get back.
We'll make up for it next week.
Oh yeah, because we got some things that we got to go through. AFC rankings, NFC rankings.
Next week is the last episode.
Yeah, it's the last episode before the real
game.
thing.
So we got plenty of content for next week. We're gonna run over anyways because me and Bev will get to talking. Next thing you know, we can be at an hour and a half.
Right.
So we
you already know how we go. But anyways, we gonna sign off. Z about to get his rest. I'm gonna try to get mine.
Man.
This is Vel.
See, man, we appreciate the love, y'all. Continue to like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
All that, man. You heard what he said. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and tell a friend. We love y'all. Peace out.
Y'all next week.